Hi everybody, how are you doing? Welcome to Friendship Shaving. Hope you're doing well today. Got a little bit of a special shave today. I've got a matching bowl and brush, and I don't think I've ever had that before. The brush is my Frank Shaving 22mm synthetic G4. I had that made for me. I don't mean anything special by that. It came in a 20 or a 24mm knot, and I simply asked if they could make it in a 22, and they did, and I got that brush, which I'm very pleased with. The soap I'm using today is a fine soap in this lovely bowl. It came as part of a mail call from Billy the Brighton Shaver. And this is their Italian citrus scented soap. It reminds me of a few soaps, but there's a heavy citrus to this and definitely a little bit of spice sitting in the background. The spice very much reminds me of Old Spice. It's quite nice. I believe, you might correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe there is some orange in the notes of Old Spice. Although it is certainly not like this. I'm going to be using a fine razor today, the Fine Marvel razor, and I really think this is a terrific razor. It gives me a nice smooth shave. There is a large blade gap on it, but that is tempered by the angle of the head. Although I did catch myself just the other day, so you still have to be careful, even though it is a lovely, lovely razor. So let's get some of this lovely soap on my face. It's a very nice quality triple milled soap. It's very thick and creamy to feel. It really is a very nice soap indeed. I could probably go with more water in this, but we'll settle with this for now. It is Fine's take on Aqua de Palma's Colonia. Now, from what I've read, because I don't have any of the Aqua de Palma Colonia scent, from what I've read, the scent on Fine's Italian Citrus Aftershave is a little heavier in the citrus. The citrus is quite light in the original, and apparently this has got a little more spice. But just to give you a little bit of background about Colonia, it was invented in 1916 by a Baron Magnani. I wonder if I've said that correctly. And by the 1930s, 40s and 50s, it was incredibly popular, especially with the American film stars of the times. And apparently Cary Grant and David Niven are two film stars that particularly liked the Aqua de Palma Colonia scent. Just a bit of background there for you. Now let's pick up this razor. I should tell you the razor blade I've got in it today is a Permasharp Super, made in Russia. Haven't used one of these for quite a while, so I thought I'd get one out this week, and this is its second use. this is a great razor. I love the styling on this razor. I can't tell you quite what it is about it. Perhaps the oversized guard bar, the short but wider handle, it all goes together very nicely for me. And I see that Fine are bringing out, or have brought out, a new stainless steel razor which looks very nice. But honestly, I think I will stick with this one, it's terrific. Now this soap does remind me of other soaps that obviously have used the idea of Accoutrements Colonia as their base. It reminds me of Barrister and Mann's Seville. Now I've looked up the ingredients, and the original Colonia has top notes of lemon, sweet orange and bergamot. It has a herbaceous floral middle or heart with lavender, rose, verbena and rosemary. And then it has base notes of vetiver, sandalwood and patchouli. So that is the original. Now Barrister and Mann's Seville contains an awful lot of those notes, but with the addition of oak moss, just to vary it slightly. Now I have looked, I was actually reminded by a gentleman called Mark Chew that the Fine Italian citrus was a take on the Colonia. I didn't realise that at the time when I first opened my box that came in the post, but I can't find on the Fine website the scent notes for their soap. I think that's a bit of a shame really, I would have liked to have known that. I think they probably would have used all of the original notes, but not necessarily in the right order. Now, some of you will get that and probably just as many won't. It's referencing an old Eric Morecambe joke. Now I've just added that drop of water on my hand, and this soap is very slick. It feels really nice, so that leads me to believe I could probably have added a drop more water to my lather. There are other clones. Sterling's Piacenza is another clone, and Razor Rock's Triple X, I believe, is another Colonia clone. Just going to add a drop more water to this mix. And I believe there's a Goodfellas Smile clone of Colonia. Is it called Shibumi or something like that? I can't quite bring it to mind at the moment. think this is the first fine soap that I've ever tried. It is very nice, but I may have a sample of the Piacenza from Sterling, so I will check in the week, and if I have, I'll use that next week as a bit of a comparison. But this is certainly a really nice quality soap. Really nice. I took a little bit out of that bowl and put it in my lather bowl. And, you know, I've certainly got plenty in here. But, you know, I definitely could still add more water to that. Ooh, it's the razor I want, not the brush. I've never tried the Acqua di Parma Cologne. I'd quite like to see how it matches up to the scent on this. I did have a little look on their website, and if you sign up for your first purchase, you can get like a little hat box with some products in absolutely free, and you get a splash, a balm, and what looks like some kind of cream. And also they send you other samples with your order. So, you know, that kind of, if you're looking for the aftershave, for example, that kind of makes the £59 that you would pay a lot better value. The samples are for, I think it's Colonia Essenza. Anyway, it's a slightly different version. Essenza, that's what it is. So yeah, that was very interesting. I did look on the Christian Dior site. I thought maybe there's such a thing on there, but there wasn't. So my Sauvage will have to wait. Oh yeah, very nice, very, very nice feel on the skin. It's absolutely lovely. Give my brush a cursory rinse. I'll wash that properly in a moment. Just put it up there. That is by far one of my favourite brushes. I just love that brush. It's absolutely brilliant. The knot on it is superb. And I've said before, I like a 22mm knot. The thing that stops me buying a lot of these, like the heritage razors that are beautiful, is a 26mm knot. I was watching a gentleman use one of those the other day, and he had a round beard. And of course that 26mm knot just about took up its whole face. I do just prefer a smaller knot, I can't tell you why. Of course, if you had to shave your head, I suppose a large knot is fantastic for a head shave. Ooh, that way, careful that way. It's just across the top lip there with this razor that really, I feel I have to be careful. I just caught myself there the other day. It was just carelessness. It's the large blade gap on this one, and that soft skin there is why I have to be careful there. But boy, I do like that razor. It's really, really nice. I'm just going to drain this water. Now that is a close shave, got a mild tingle all over. Very nice. So the alum is going to work, starting to heal my skin. Somebody pointed out the other week that when you shave, it's like the ultimate exfoliation, isn't it? You're taking the top layer of skin away, I suppose, with the bristles. Interesting thought. Now, I have got the fine aftershave, and I actually find that while this is a really nice aftershave in terms of post-shave feels, a lot of alcohol in it, there's a little bit of menthol, some glycerine in it. The ingredients are not very complex, but I put some on the other day and it felt really, really nice. But the scent on this is a little heavy in the citrus. It's that dark citrus rather than a light, fresh citrus, if you know what I mean. After a few hours, it dies down to a really, really nice but very gentle scent. But there are a couple of hours there where, because I put some on my wrist and I was smelling my wrist and I just didn't like it that much at all. Now it's maybe a bit unrealistic. Most people don't go around smelling their wrist for 2 hours, but I didn't like it. But I do like the soap because obviously it's not so strongly scented. But today I'm going to use my Citrus Kiss aftershave, which smells quite orangey, but it's also got a touch of grapefruit and a touch of lemon peel oil in it. I'm just going to use that much there. That's probably too much, 2 squirts. But it smells really nice, and I kind of feel that's just going to lift the soap a little bit to more of a scent that I prefer. I think this fine scent, or any one of the Acqua di Parma Colonia clones would also go really well with Lucky Tiger, which is quite of a fresh orangey scent. But there we are, that is very nice. I've definitely got too much on. I'll tell you what, that smells really, really nice. So that's my shave for today. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Please subscribe if you haven't. You take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you next week. And just on a final finishing note, thank you for all your comments about having a sore neck and all the tips and tricks that you wrote. And one gentleman was told by a barber that if he used his Proraso White, I suppose any Proraso pre-shave, as a post-shave on his sore areas, that it would really, really help. So perhaps I should have done that before I put on the aftershave balm. But we'll try that today. There we are. You take care. I'll catch you around. Bye bye now.